welcome to Tucker Thoughts. Before we get to the rest of the video, I have an announcement. Due to a shocking amount of hatred towards our good friend Giuseppe, he has stepped down from his position. Many people have been complaining about the pictures of him, and he's a professional gnome model, so if you don't like him, you should see the other gnomes. Just educate yourself. So I actually wasn't going to fire him, I was going to keep him on, but Giuseppe decided, no, this is not going to be good for human-gnome relations. So then he stepped down, like the honorable gnome he is. And I would just like to point out how much he's given this show, but everybody just hates him. So now we have a visual of Giuseppe just pouring out his love for everybody. So as you know, his other part-time job is a coin bank. So I'd like to just demonstrate how much Giuseppe loves everybody, and this is him pouring out his love for you for the last time. That's all love. I hope you're happy.
Tucker Thoughts, it's my show, but we're not gonna call it a show, but it's still my show. And this is me, Tucker Daily. 1, 2, 3, here we go.
Recycled low quality, but still slightly higher quality theme song. Yeah. Hey, so now that we got the unfortunate Giuseppe business stuff, you did this, out of the way, we can move on to what we wanted to talk about. My list of inventions that I've come up with. So, throughout my life, I've thought of many ideas for inventions. Some have panned out. Many have not. But anyways, these are the ones that I think are just real winners. And I feel like they're going to get stolen after I put them on the internet. All I ask is for a 60% cut of the profits. That's realistic. Anyways, so my first, and I'm not going to start out with my favorite. I'm going to start with one of the crappy ones. So smoking's mostly on the way out. E-cigarettes are coming in and vapes and all that stuff. Are those the same? I don't know. Nicotine gum. Side note, if you want the buzz of a cigarette, why wouldn't you just get hooked on nicotine gum? I mean, don't get addicted to stuff in general, but it's like, if you want the buzz, just try the gum. Don't even mess with the death sticks. Just a thought. Anyways, so, great idea, not great idea. So is if they could combine the technology for matches and cigarettes into the same thing. So if they could coat the end of the cigarette with whatever it is, phosphorus solution, and then have a striker on the side of the cigarette box, you could go. I have never smoked. I have asthma. I imagine that's what it would be like. It seems like it would allow you to save a lot of money as the consumer and allow the maker of cigarettes to charge a little bit more. And then you wouldn't always have to be bumming a light off people, although maybe you like a Zippo lighter, just the ching sound of the poof. Then when you go to a rock concert at like Pink Floyd, although cell phones are getting to be used more for that now. But then it's like, what if your phone runs out when you're doing that, and then you get like an emergency call and then you don't see it? That's just a whole nightmare. So, cigarettes with lights, although maybe keep a lighter for concerts if you're going to one. So another idea I have had is a clothing line called Sexy Lumberjack. So Sexy Lumberjack would be jeans and flannel, something that I wear a lot of, that are tailored more closely to your body than the average jeans and flannel. So flannel's a little bit baggy, so it's usually better fitting for a barrel-chested young strapping lad like myself. However, it just kind of sits there on the rest of you if you got that kind of body. What you do? And then it's like, so I'm going to stand up, take my headset off for a second. So then it'd be more close fitting to your body. I mean, and I feel like this would really take off with women, less so with men. But hey, if it was good quality flannel and jeans, who knows? And I just feel like tailored jeans in and of themselves would be a good idea because I have 2 tall sisters and they have trouble finding them. So maybe there's something there. Okay, so this would be hard because it would take some government contracting, but it's about stoplights with sensors in front of them. So ride-on reds are a great idea. So the concept, for all of you who don't know, is when you're at a stoplight and there's no one coming the other way and it's red light for you, you are allowed to take a right turn. It applies also sometime on one ways on the left, but that's kind of sketchy. I mean, you can do it, but it just feels wrong. So, anyways, what if the stoplights eliminated the need for this? Red and reds would still be a thing because sometimes people are going straight but not turning left, and then you can turn right. But, or right, depending on what way. I screwed that up. I mean, sometimes people are just coming at you. There we go. Driving. Ha. So the idea is they would have either cameras or weighted sensors in the streets. I would lean towards cameras because I always have to retrain a lot of road construction crews, especially in Michigan where we change everything all the time. But so cameras in front of the stoplight, and if it senses a car, then nothing happens. The light keeps going, la di da di da. But if it doesn't sense a car for I don't know how many yards or meters if you're a metric kind of person, but I'm not. I'm imperial system. Represent. So then if they didn't see any cars or trucks or segways or motorcycles or crossover cars or electric cars or anything else, then the stoplight would switch and let the other people go. But at the same time, they would need to have some sort of solution where it was on a faster rotation, I feel like. Because otherwise you'd be coming from a distance and it would just kind of screw you over. But it's an idea. That one would be very hard to set up in the real world. Okay, so sometimes you go to the men's room, then you wash your hands. So then you just soaping up, getting that water on there. And then, so there are two ways that you can currently dry your hands. They have the little air things, which are usually okay, although every now and again you don't feel like it because you have to sit there for a long time. It requires time. Or paper towels. So my issue with the paper towels is A, you need a whole lot of them to actually dry your hands effectively. And B, sometimes you'll be pulling and then your moisture soaked hands will allow the paper to become too wet and then just it'll rip where you're pulling. Super annoying. So then my thought would be make thicker paper towels. Yep, it's not very complicated, but if you made people need less paper towels, that would work. The alternative to the ripping problem would be to have small amounts of plastic that coats, sorry I burped, the edge of the paper towel where you could rip it and it would not tear the rest of it. What else do I have? Okay, so this one is complicated, but I love it. I want to do it, but it would be super freaking difficult because you'd need several satellites. So it would be a pair of, not really glasses. Let's say you had a frame for glasses like spectacles, like normal, and inside that was electronic components. So then the glass would be a screen, kind of like your iPhone, but without the background. And it would highlight certain, it'd be like augmented reality a little bit, except the screen would be right here. They could do that actually where it was two screens. Then you had a little camera right here. You can actually get sunglasses like that have a camera. I find it really creepy though. I mean, it just seems like you're not going to do anything good with that. I don't know, unless maybe you're a spy, but even that, I don't know. It's just creepy. Don't use them, kids. And then, oh, unless you like nature walks and stuff and you don't feel like putting a GoPro on your face. Glasses. So that'd be an augmented reality thing where the screens would, okay, so it comes with a pack of chips, not like, or you got some chips over there in the way that they're French fries, but from a different country, probably British. In that way, it's like electronic chips, like microchips. So then you'd put them on an item and then you program what it is in it. So then when you're looking across your field of view, this is why you need satellites. When you're looking in the direction, a little logo would pop up on your screen. So you'd only use this when you're looking for something. It'd be like if it was you put one in your car or your truck, then a little logo of a car or a truck would pop up. And then there'd be, if you play video games, you'll know it from this, a little mini map in the bottom corner, which is kind of like a radar thing, and then where you are in relativity to your vehicle or phone. A lot of people would use this for phone. This is genuinely a great idea, but it requires a lot of technology. Oh no, I like it. Seems like they'd use to Find My iPhone kind of stuff on it, which on a more detailed scale. Anyways, magnets maybe? Yes, I know much about magnets. They attract sometimes. Push apart. You could use that for earrings more. I don't know. Okay, so a restaurant. Okay, so this is probably my favorite idea I've come up with for an invention. It's not really an invention as much as it is a restaurant. It's called I Don't Know / I Don't Care. This is the logo. It's an IDK sign combined with an IDC sign, as in the popular urban texting things that mean, I don't know, I don't care. So what happens is, so I mainly designed this for indecisive people. I'm not okay. So in my family, my father and I usually do not care where we eat. So then we'll ask my mom and sisters, where do you guys feel like going? And then it's like, I don't know. And sometimes we're like this where we don't know. It goes both ways. And then how about this? I don't care. But then you get there and they don't want to eat anything. This happens with me too. It's just a problem. So then the point is, so you ask them, where do you want to go? I don't know. Then you go to the restaurant. I don't know. I don't care. Where do you want to go? I don't care. Then you go to the restaurant. I don't know. I don't care. And then the draw of it is that the food is just a little bit of everything. So it's a little bit of Chinese food. You got some dumplings, some sweet and sour chicken or pork, whatever. A little bit of Italian, some pasta, linguine, whatever. Pizza. That's more American food, let's be honest. Hamburgers, because America. French fries. Thai food. I don't know what Thai food is. Sushi. Just a little bit of everything. And the way you could either do it is on most of the time it could be made to order food if you wanted something kind of specific. But the rest of the time it could be a buffet if it was like a busy night. So like I assume Friday nights would be a busy night for a restaurant because for some reason our cultures decide that Friday nights are the night to do stuff. Let's make Tuesday the new Friday. TGIT. Thank goodness it's Tuesday. Yo. Bring some fun back to the middle of the week. End of the week, you should already be excited. I mean, let's just add a second Friday. Make Saturday Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So then I don't know. I don't care. I just feel like that'd be a great idea. It's a little bit of everything. There's places like this, I feel like, that do well. A lot of restaurants nowadays have a little bit of everything, but they're missing a fair number of the food groups. Then this would just do that and expand upon it. And if it actually got to be high end, you could open up a flagship restaurant where you actually have famous chefs from the specific things. Obviously, it's pricier, but hey, it's your restaurant. It's the good one. It's yo thing. If you're into that. I feel like we've stayed quite away from the other stuff, and I'm both proud of myself and sad. So, on another stuff note, snow globes. So, by the name, one would think it was a globe made of snow. Generally, a globe would be of the world. So, you would just have, you got your North America, your South America, your Europe attached to your Asia. Then Africa's down there, and then you got some Australia, and then you got the Antarctic, and then you got the Arctic, and then you got all of them oceans just everywhere. I'm trying to think if I got all the continents. I feel like yes. I know the Arctic's not a continent, but it's a landmass that's mostly by itself. Although we kind of ignore Greenland and everything that's kind of in the top of North America. Greenland and Iceland, that is just so misleading. Because Greenland is the one that's more icy, and Iceland's the one that's more, I'm not going to say greeny, but green. I don't know. That just seems like deceptive on purpose. That's like if somebody asks me, okay, hey, Tucker, how are you? Where are you? And I say, well, but I am not well. I am at a well. I'm technically answering one of the questions, but it's just so misleading. Just not cool. Green and Iceland. Like, I want more descriptive names of places and less confusing ones. North America, South America, that's great. It's so amazing. Why don't we call Europe Wurup and Asia Easia? Because then you got the W for West and the E for East. Africa, you know what? I feel like there's other problems we could work on there besides renaming it. So we're going to leave that and help with just everything that we do and not just sending clothes because sometimes that puts out clothing businesses out of business, which is not okay. So, foreign aid, it's just hard because you want to give them clothing and stuff and you want to give them food. But if we send over too much food, which honestly is not happening, then that would put all the farmers out of business. And that does happen a little bit where we give them food and then other people sell it for cheaper and it undercuts the farmers who can't afford to do it. And that just ruins them. It's terrible. And the same thing with clothing. They run out of clothes. it's just a sad not run out of clothes. Oh my God, that's not true. They have so many clothes. It's an issue. There was the company, I can't remember what it's called, where for every pair of shoes you bought, they would send one to, I think it was at some country in Africa. I don't know where. Then they're flooded with shoes. So then if you're a cobbler and you're making shoes and selling them, how are people gonna wanna buy your shoes when they can get free whatever they were? I mean, it's like, I don't know. I say we provide it to vendors. If we could just give everybody money, money would solve it. More that, and then we could bring in supply if they needed that, and give it to pre-approved vendors, and then give more money to the consumers. Oh no, capitalism's the answer. I feel. Ha! There's your other stuff. You thought I was gonna stay on topic. Nope. Anyways, this has been Tucker Thoughts.